Hello friends, happy Monday. My name is Ray with Dizzy Designer, and it is the fruit themed week for Craft Around the Clock. So we are going to make this cute little shelf sitter of apples for fall because it fits our fruit theme. So we'll go ahead and get started. I'm just going to tip you guys down here. I don't know if my comments are working. They were not yesterday, but if you want to say hello when you pop on so that I know you're here, hopefully the comments come through and we can chit chat while we paint. So this kit actually is not on the website yet. I forgot to get it listed, but I will get it up on the website for you guys before the end of the night. So if you're interested, it will be there. I'm going to go ahead and use all apple barrel colors, I believe. They are my favorite. So I'm going to get some grays, some red. I might use a little bit of white and black, and those I'll actually use in Waverly chalk paint. Hello, Patty. Hi, Tracy. How are you guys? And everybody that knows me knows that I like to use my sponges. We're gonna bust these out of here. Sorry, I didn't have it all set up. Hello, Crystal. All right. And I might not use the sponges for everything, like this big background is probably not. I'm gonna probably use a big paintbrush. Hey Vicky, hello Monica. How is everybody doing today? Hey, can you guys guess what I forgot to get ready? Water. I always forget my water, but I have a bottle sitting here still from yesterday, so we're golden. Hello Anne. All right, so I'm gonna start and I'm gonna do my background like a metal bucket. So I'm gonna use some different grays to try to achieve what I'm looking for. I don't know if I'll be able to or not. But we will see. So I'm going to use, let's see, pewter gray, which is a darker gray. And then I'm also going to use some country gray and try to kind of mix the two together. Not blend them, but kind of use the two colors together to make it look like a bucket. So I'm going to be very careful on my edge here because I don't want to get gray where my apples are supposed to be. I'm just going to paint the entire background of the bucket right now. So there's my dark gray, and then I'm going to go into my lighter gray and just kind of make, let's see, I think it's going to work how I want it to. It's just going to give it some different shades. See how I did that? It's not blended completely. Hello, Melissa. Thank you so much for the stars. Thank you for sprinkling, Monica. Hello, Betty. And then I'm gonna go back into the darker gray and try to blend that up into here. I don't want it to be like super harsh lines of dark and light gray, but I also don't want it blended completely. So I'll go back into some light gray to kind of blend the middle. There we go, so it's not so harsh. I'm gonna do some lighter gray over here on the side again. Try and bring this down through here and then start a new row of the lighter gray. And then I'll dip back into the darker gray and I'll just keep doing that for the whole bucket. Kind of clean up my edges there. How is everybody doing today? Good afternoon from Southeast Illinois. Hello, Donna. How are you doing? Hello, Tammy. I do feel like the light gray needs a second coat almost on all the spots. It doesn't cover very dark, so I just kind of go back up into there. Carry the lighter gray down just a little bit more. And then I'll finish off with a darker gray again. And some of this is going to get covered up, so you don't have to cover the whole thing in paint, but I usually just do the whole background just because it makes it a little bit easier. And while that's still wet, I'm going to go back into the lighter just to give it that second coat and blend it in good. All right, I like the way that looks. So there we go, there's our little bucket. Hi, Ruby and Wanda, how are you doing? And then let's see what we should do next. Let's go to, we'll have to do these pieces, but we're gonna do those in a minute. This should probably be the same color. Nope, I'm gonna do that in black. I'm not gonna do that yet. All right, so now I'm gonna go on to my apples. Guys, this is gonna be done super quick. I should have had a second project. I didn't even think to grab a second project. I didn't think that it would be done so quick. All right, I'm gonna use my brush and paint maybe my apples as well. I don't know, I'm feeling like using the brush today. We'll use the, I was gonna call them stencils. We'll use the sponges in just a minute. Like the words and the smaller pieces. You probably don't have to be as careful as I'm being because you're gonna have that little piece that covers up some of this, but I'm trying to be gentle with it. And then I'm gonna switch to a bigger brush and finish my little apples off. Let me know what color we should do the stems. Donna, the wood pieces are, I sell the wood pieces. This one's not actually on my website yet. I have to get it posted after I get off the live, but it will be available on my website, Dizzy Designer, probably within a half an hour after I get off of here. I was gonna get it listed before I went live and I ran out of time, so it's not up yet. Actually, I almost forgot that I had to go live. I came downstairs to do something else and I looked at the clock and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to be live in 10 minutes. So I don't usually do that, but I did today. I'm just carefully going around the stem. Should the stems be like a tan color or brown? Sometimes I just do the stems in the same color I do the leaves in. Let me know what you think. The leaves I'm gonna do in green, like I always do my leaves. I'm gonna do a darker green and then the lime green and mix those together. Don't we have an apple? We do, here we go. So we have an apple that is 3D. So let me paint this real quick. I don't know why I'm painting the leaf part. It's gonna get covered up, so I guess that's why. And then I already dipped my tiny one in water, so I'm just gonna be really careful with this bigger one. You think brown. All right. Hey, Aunt Tam. Hello, Rita. Brown stem. Brown. Perfect. We'll go with a brown. So let me see here. I have got nutmeg brown is not going to be very dark, or I have got a chocolate sprinkle, which is going to be pretty dark. So I'm thinking probably this one. Let's start with that one and we can always change it if we decide we want it to be darker. Oops, I squirted too much out there. I think I like this color. Gives it just enough color, but not too much. What do you guys think about that one? And then I'll do these stems over here real quick too. Go. So there's where we're at so far, and this will be a little 3D piece on top there so it sticks out good. Perfect. All right. Should we do, I'm gonna rinse this brush. Should we do our letters in all black? I'm gonna do this little piece down here, says per bucket. That's gonna be done in black, and I thought about doing the 25 cents in black. Should we do crisp apples in black writing, or should I do that in red like the apples? Let me know what you think on that. And while I'm letting these all dry, I'm gonna go ahead and grab these other pieces. Let's see where they go. So this one we want to be a darker, wait, how does this one go on here? This way. I think I'll do this one a lighter gray, and this one's gonna be darker gray. And for that, I think I am gonna use the sponges. So we're gonna go ahead and do the light gray on the top. And this will definitely need a second coat on the light gray. And then I'll do the darker gray on the bottom. I was at Walmart earlier for something and I was gonna see if they had the Waverly paint in there. And I completely forgot. Hello, Heather. Hey, Kristen. Anne says black. I was thinking after, I'm thinking black too. At first I was thinking maybe red, but I think black will look better. I might not even need to do, I might just run a little bit of the darker in here just to pull that more together, because I feel like the light gray is just too, by itself is just too plain, if that makes sense. I'm on a live. You can come in here, just make sure you know I'm on a live, okay? All right, there we go. I think that looks better. All right, so we'll do black for all of our letters and our little number here. I'm gonna do black for our bottom piece here. You're going outside? Okay, love you. All right. Pavement, here we go. Here's black. Hello, Pam. Is everybody ready for all the fall decorations? I have so many kits that I want to get cut and added to the website. I will let him know you said hello. He walked out of here already. He's gonna go outside and ride his bike. I'm ready for like scarecrows and pumpkins, and I still love the old blue trucks. I don't know about everybody else. I know they've been around for a while, but I still love them. And buffalo plaid everything. Hello, Jane. Hi, Mary. So definitely going to be getting some new stuff on the website soon. We're still waiting for internet to be ran back here. They're telling us it should be here by the end of next week. Well, the line should be ran by the end of next week, and then we still have to wait for them to hook us up. So I'm hoping in the next 2 weeks I can start cutting like crazy, because right now I can only cut when my machine wants to work, and that is dependent on when the internet works back here, and we're just running off of a MiFi pack. So love fall, and the fall, yes, me too. I'm obsessed. Fall's my favorite thing to decorate and paint for. I'm kind of bummed. I feel like I'm behind already because it's the beginning of August and I want all these kits out, but they'll be out soon, so just stay tuned for that. Tons of new stuff coming. All right, then these I'm gonna do black. I'm only gonna paint one of them. They're the stands. You're only gonna see one because they're gonna be glued together. So I'm only gonna paint the top one, but I am gonna use a brush for that instead of a sponge. And that's just because it's gonna be quicker and easier to do than using a sponge for a bigger surface. But you can do it. I've done bigger surfaces with a sponge as well. I think this is going to be so cute. All right, so our last piece really is just going to be doing our leaves right here. So let me line this up and make sure I'm putting them on here correctly. Thank you so much for the stars. I appreciate that. Hi, Lisa. All right, let's see. So we've got our middle apple here that's going to be 3D. And we are going to have this little leaf stick off of here. And then we've got this little leaf. Did I do them backwards? I think this one goes here. There we go. So we're gonna have this little leaf go here, and then this one goes this way, maybe? Yes. Okay, so I want to make sure I had them lined up right for my greens, and then these are the greens. See, I've used them all the time. They're dried up on my little palette here. But that's what I'm gonna use to make my leaf. You don't need it too much. Hey Brandy, how are you doing? I'm gonna use a small brush to do this part, and I'm gonna dip mostly in the dark green and then a little bit in the light green, and I'm just going to not blend them completely. You want it to kind of mix. I like it to mix. Like so. Can you see the different colors in there that way? Thank you so much, I appreciate that. I'm just gonna do the same thing on this one. If it starts to blend too much, I just pick up my brush and move on because I don't want it to be blended. I want you to see the variation of color in there. There we go. And I'm just gonna let that dry for just a second. And while that's drying, we'll go ahead and glue down. Thank you so much for sprinkling. And hi Jane, how are you? We're gonna glue down our base together. This part I will tell you to just be a little bit careful with, because if you don't line it up right, you're gonna have a really hard time putting your piece in there once it's dried, if it's not lined up the way it should be. So I just make sure my edges all connect, and then I'm gonna let it sit and dry, okay? And then got our little apple piece of our leaves over here drying. But we can do, where did I put my glue? Here it is, right in front of me. I'm gonna go ahead and glue down this piece to my board. Anybody that's new to me, I use the Stick Fast glue. It is super sticky, it works great, but you wanna be careful with it so you don't glue your fingers together. And then I'm gonna make sure that I've got this up here covering. I just made sure it was covering the, goodness, what do we call that? The score marks, so that way you can't see that underneath there. And then I'm gonna put the glue right on this piece. We're gonna line it right up underneath there. It's the top of our bucket. Doesn't line up perfectly, but that's all right. You guys loving the fruit themed week so far? I know it's only Monday, but there's been lots of awesome projects so far today. I was recently married, so I was out doing all of my legal name changing stuff today, but I was trying to keep up with the crafting while I was out and about, sitting in waiting rooms and things like that, so lots of fun things out there. When they're little pieces like this one is, I try to just put a little bit of glue right on the board instead of putting it on the piece, so that way I don't glue my fingers to the piece. It does dry clear, but I still try to be very, what's the word? I don't try, just sparingly use the glue. Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't put very much on here at all. A little bit goes a long way. And then also you don't have the glue that runs out from underneath there. On the first one you caught live, you'll have to go back and watch some of the replays. They've been pretty good today. And we'll have live crafters all week working on our fruit theme. Not everybody will, but most of the girls you'll see, girls and guys you'll see working on some fruit themed stuff. This one is going to be a little bit tricky because it's got the cutouts. So I'm going to go around the edges of it and not try to go in between each letter because I don't want to have a bunch of glue seeping out. And just very, very sparingly on the glue. So there's where we're at so far. Yes, I love watching the replays. I like to lay in bed at night and watch the replays. It helps me relax before I go to sleep. All right, these are almost dry, but I think that I can glue them down without an issue right now. Let me just see if I got them. I moved them around now. I don't remember where they went. This one goes on here, I think. There we go, just like so. We're gonna be done so early. I apologize, friends. I don't have anything else cut. Just trying to get that lined up perfect there. Actually, I might have something else cut. I'll have to look in my little bucket back here and see if I got something. All right, so I'm gonna let this dry real quick and then I'll show you how it looks. Hello, Mel. Hey, Grace. All right, so this feels like it's dry. My apples aren't completely dry yet, so I do want to be careful. I don't want those to fall down. I'm just going to line it up. Hopefully I didn't glue them together funky. It should sit right inside of here. And maybe I cut it funky, or not cut it funky, maybe I glued it funky. Hold on a second. Sometimes I put it together first and then glue it, and that makes it easier. Thank you. It's gonna go in there, but I'm gonna have to wiggle it in because I must have, like I said, if you don't line it up perfect, it's hard to get them in the little space. So it'll still stand, it's in part of it. So here's what it looks like. And I will get this kit up on the website once I'm done with the live. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Let me see here because we're done super, super early. What time did we start? 5:30? Yeah, we're only like 20 minutes in. Let me see if I have something else over here for us to do. What is this? That's a Santa Claus. We don't want to do Santa Claus yet. Don't have anything else over here to do, guys. I'm so sorry. I have a Santa Claus, but we don't want to do Santa Claus yet. That's way too early for Santa. Thank you, thank you. All right, friends. Well, stick around. I am so sorry to be done so quick. Stick around though for the next crafter. Make sure you're watching the replays all week long. And I will see you guys soon. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks for all the shares, the hearts, the likes, the comments, and the stars. Awesome Speed Demon with the painting. Yeah, I didn't mean to be so quick. I apologize. Pam, a newbie from Minnesota. Welcome, Pam. All right, guys, I'm going to hop off of here. Make sure you stick around, though. The next crafter should be up in about, what, 15, 20 minutes? Thank you, Donna. You too. Just making sure I didn't miss any comments. I'll go back through and read all the comments after we're off of here, and I'll get this listed on the website shortly. But you guys have a great evening, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.